Hey, Gabby, do you have a minute to talk? Wow, it's not like you to text me. What's up? Mom asked me to text you. She could have just asked you this herself, but whatever. Oh. What's the matter? She was wondering if you have any plans to visit home soon. What do you mean? Just like I said, are you planning on visiting Mom and Dad in the near future? You never really visit anymore. What do you mean? I try to make it back for Christmas every year. So until then, I really don't have any plans to visit home. Ugh, okay. Well, if you're free this Saturday, do you think you can come over? This Saturday? Why? They said they're having a bunch of relatives over. I guess our cousin Jenna is getting married. Is she really? Oh, I'm so happy for her. I know, right? Her and her fiancé are coming over to meet everyone, including Grandma and Grandpa. That's why Mom wanted me to ask what you were doing this Saturday. She wanted me to ask you if you could come. Gotcha. Well, I'm actually not sure if I'm free or not. I might have to work. Really? You don't have off on weekends? Well, I usually do. But there are times where I have to work on Saturdays too. Wow. Who works on the weekends anymore? Your job is totally taking advantage of you. I do, sometimes. It's not that weird. Maybe your job is different. Yeah, my job is the best. They've never thought about making me work on the weekends. That's just great. I'll get back to you tomorrow about Saturday. I'll text you then. Hey, Tiffany, you got a second? Yeah. Did you find out if you were off or not on Saturday? Yeah. I don't have to work Saturday, so you can tell Mom I'll be there. Actually, could you just text her yourself? I hate being the messenger. Even if I do try to tell Mom, I know she'll just make you text me back for her. That's why I'm purposely texting you and not her. Yeah, probably. She doesn't even trust you enough to text her. That's why she's having me talk to you. Ugh, whatever. She has no reason to think that. I always respond to people when they text me. I can't imagine not being trusted enough to send a simple text. That must be rough for you, sis. Now I have to get involved because of it. All this trouble over texting. Whatever. You're clearly the favorite child, you always have been. It wouldn't be this much trouble if Mom didn't have some stupid grudge against me. Either way, I don't care. I'm over it, and I don't expect anything different out of her. Of course, that's what you say. You're always so quick to be defensive. You've never been able to get along with Mom. Defensive? I'm the one who's always been silent when they've been rude to me. Oh, yeah? Anyway, I'll let Mom know you're coming. Thanks. By the way, everyone's coming over in the afternoon, so be at the house before then. Why, so Mom can send me out on errands or make me help with cooking for everyone? I can feel it. She's going to put me to work as soon as I get there. Why do you always make her out to be such a bad person? Am I wrong? You'll be there too, right? Is she going to make you work? Sorry. I actually won't be home in the morning. I have a few things I've got to do myself. I should have seen that coming. Mom told me it was okay. Anyway, see you Saturday. Yeah, see you then. Are you? Did you leave already? Of course I did. I came because you asked me to. Not to hear you brag all day about yourself. I was bragging? I don't know what you mean. Don't play dumb. You went on and on about yourself like you always do. Really? Yeah, really. You didn't think it was embarrassing to talk about yourself like that in front of everyone? Why would I be embarrassed? I didn't say anything embarrassing. You're totally oblivious. It's one thing to brag about yourself in front of me or Mom and Dad. But you were way out of line to go on and on about yourself the way you did in front of everyone that was there today. What was the point of doing that? Are you mad because I brought you up? Don't sweat it. I mean, it's the truth after all. Did you see Jenna's fiancé's face when you were talking about everything? He was totally fine. He's about to be part of this family soon. He should know everything about us. The same thing goes for our other relatives, too. Maybe, but the way you were talking was out of line. Are you really mad? I can't change the truth. You're the one that dropped out of high school and doesn't have a degree. Why would you ever need to bring that up in front of everyone? And yes, I am really mad. You were so rude. Well, everyone's still at the house and no one said anything to me about it. You're the only one that seems to have a problem with what I said. I wonder why that is. Wow. You're not the only one who's mad. Mom and Dad are furious right now. They couldn't believe you stormed off like that. What? I don't think I did anything wrong. All I did was let everyone know all about you. I didn't lie about anything, did I? I think you're really mad at the reality of the situation. I can't help it if everyone compares us. You're a high school dropout, and I'm a college graduate with an awesome job. Whatever, that's not what I'm saying. I know all of that, but they didn't need to, especially with the way you were saying it. That's why I'm mad. Well, why don't you just go back to school or something? If you're worried about being compared to me, maybe you should have worked harder and not dropped out. Only you have the power to change things, right? You're not helping anything by saying that. A high school dropout that works in a factory. Do you plan on working there forever? All I did was tell the truth. If you're mad at that, then what you're saying is that you're really just mad at the situation you put yourself in. Only you can change that. Is that honestly what you think? Of course. Like I said, I only speak the truth. If anything, I'm the one who should be annoyed. You took everything I said wrong, threw a hissy fit and ran off. Who knows the next time everyone will be together in the same room like today? Just think about how Grandma and Grandpa felt when they saw you slamming the door behind you. I'm honestly used to taking this kind of abuse. I never said anything because you only pulled stunts like this when we were with Mom and Dad. But doing it in front of our entire extended family is unacceptable. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I can't believe you. I didn't do anything wrong. You've got no life skills and nothing to show for yourself. On top of that, you blame others for your failures. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've got a message for Mom and Dad. Tell them I'm never stepping foot in that house again. Are you serious? Sure, I'll tell them right now. Now that I think about it, you've always been the one to embarrass yourself in front of the relatives. Today's no different. The vibe here has been so much better since you ran off like a baby. Whatever. Say what you want. Bye. Okay. Bye, sis. You think you're doing? You think you could just waltz into my job like that? What are you talking about? When did I go to your job? Don't play dumb. I saw you in the lobby of my building. I know what you're up to. You came to try and talk trash about me to my coworkers. I literally have no clue what you're saying right now. I saw you at my job, so I'll ask you again, what are you doing there? Oh, yeah, I am at your job. But don't you usually work at another branch? Yeah, but I came to HQ today for training. I never expected to see you there. I almost had a heart attack. Oh yeah? Is that all you had to tell me? I thought we had a mutual agreement to cut each other out of our lives. I don't think there's reason for us to talk anymore. I never wanted to text you, but after seeing you there, I knew you were up to something. I have a right to know. What are you saying? I'm not trying to do anything. I have no obligation to tell you what I'm doing here. You need to leave right now. There's no business for a high school dropout to be at a first-rate company like mine. You better get out of there right now and never come back again. Only those who have done something with their lives and earned a spot there should be in that building. You've been there a year. You sound so arrogant right now. So what if I've only been here a year? This is my career. I may have only been here for a year, but I'm on track to making my way straight to the top. Unlike you, people actually expect big things out of me. Is that right? What's your problem? Are you still there? I told you to get out. I never want to see you there again. Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. Fine, I'll leave, and I'll make sure to never come back. Great, I'm glad you agree. That's all. Bye. Why didn't you say anything? If you would have told me, things could have turned out differently. I thought I told you I never wanted to talk to you again. Where's that fire you had when you were yelling at me the other day? You seem a bit deflated. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about how I talked to you. Do you think you could come back to my job one more time? No, I already let your boss know what you said to me. Seems like he had a nice little chat with you about it. So no, I won't come back to your job. I honestly don't think I could even fit it into my schedule. Especially if you're the one who's asking me to do it. Just please find time to come back. Sorry, can't do it. I already cleared my schedule once. I knew you worked for that company, so I made an exception. But then you told me I shouldn't be there and to never come back. Why would I help you now? Oh, you should have said something from the beginning. When did you become such a hotshot? Oh, you mean my business seminars that your job asked me to give? I started giving talks recently. I actually quit my previous job a while ago. What? I used my connections and worked my butt off to get to where I am now. I even went back to school and graduated college. I majored in business management. Where I am now is all thanks to the work I put in. Well, I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on telling you. I mean, even if I did, none of you trust me or believe anything I say, so it would have been a waste of time. None of you have any interest in the things I do. Yeah, well, you really put me in a bad spot. There were so many people who were with me for training. I didn't do anything. I went through the trouble of clearing my schedule to come speak at your job. Unfortunately, it didn't matter that we were related. If one of that company's employees tells me to leave and never come back, that's what I'm gonna do. Why would I react any differently? But still... My inbox is overflowing with requests from other companies that want me to speak. I'm way more popular than you'd imagine. So turning down your job doesn't make a dent in the amount of offers I have for work. Actually, your job has been calling to apologize for everything that happened. They still want me to come. But Gabby... My boss came in and called for me in the middle of my training to chew me out about what happened. Oh, I was mortified. Everyone in the room was staring at me. That must have been rough. Have some sympathy. Please. You're the only one that can help me right now. Just please find time to come back. Is that what your boss wants? Yeah. He said I have to be there this time when you come. He knows you went through the trouble of coming last time just because you'd be speaking at my job. He wants me to take full responsibility for what happened. If things stay the way they are, my career's ruined. Oh, really? Oh, that wouldn't be good. I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you. Just, please. Here's a newsflash for you. The only people who don't know about what I do are you, Mom, and Dad. What do you mean? Jenna and her fiancé, Grandma and Grandpa, all of our relatives know about what I do for a living. Why do they know? Because I told them. They actually have interest in my life, unlike you guys. In fact, I've spoken at every one of their jobs. Really? Yeah, so when you tried to make me look like a fool the other day, everyone looked shocked, right? Jenna texted me right after I left. She said, Tiffany really hasn't changed, huh? She's a real piece of work. I even got a call from Grandma and Grandpa. They apologized on your behalf for how rude you were to me. They told me we're at a loss for words for how she was treating you. Are you serious? Ever since you were little, you've always been so rude and disrespectful towards me. Everyone in the family feels the same way. Mom and Dad have always spoiled you and given you a false sense of entitlement. I'm not embarrassed of being a high school dropout. I wear that title with pride. It's the reason I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. And every time you try to hold that over my head and talk trash about me to others, you're really just embarrassing yourself. You're proving to everyone you're still a spoiled brat. That's not true. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. Now is as good a time as ever to cut each other out of our lives. I'm actually grateful things turned out this way. Please, don't text me anymore. Wait, are you gonna help me or not? Why should I help you? You're nothing but a stranger to me now. Honestly, I don't care if you lose your job. I saved all my money from my factory job to afford going to college. After graduating, I got a job as a business consultant. After that, I branched out and started my own business. I go around to different companies, giving seminars on proper business conduct and ethics. I never told that to my parents or my sister. It's not like they would have listened anyway. On the other hand, everyone in my extended family was happy to hear all about it. In fact, after my parents kicked me out of my house after my 20th birthday, all my relatives were really worried about me. They always kept in touch with me to see how I was doing. I made sure to thank them and tell them I was doing fine on my own. I even told everyone about what happened with Tiffany. Eventually, word got around to my mom and dad. They kept trying to text me and call me now that they know what I really do. I just said the same thing to them as I said to Tiffany. You're both strangers to me. Honestly, it felt like a huge weight off my shoulders. I went to Jenna's wedding the other day. My mom, Dad, and Tiffany were nowhere to be seen. When I asked Jenna about it later, she told me, only family's welcome at my wedding. They also told me they think my sister probably gets her personality from my dad. He's always been stuck up ever since he was a kid. My whole family thinks he's kind of a snob. I guess I'm not the only one who hates him. At the wedding, I asked my grandparents what they thought about everything that happened. I thought for sure it would be stressing them out. But when I asked about it, my grandpa just laughed and said, it never hurts to do a bit of house cleaning. They're on their own now. I try not to think about them anymore. I know that karma will get to them eventually.
Hi, Stella. You there?
Hey, Mom. Good morning. Did you forget something at home?
No, I need you to do something for me.
Okay, what's that?
I'm gonna have a long day at work today, so I'll need you to cook something for us to eat before I get back.
Oh, I don't think I'll be able to cook, but I can order in.
What? Order in? Why on earth would you do that?
I don't have the time to cook, Mom. I've got work to do.
This is what you always say, yet all I see you do is hunch over your computer doing nothing.
Could you please stop calling what I do nothing? Just because my job is remote doesn't make it any less important.
Don't give me that. You've always been the lazy type. You refuse to get a real job and you still won't help out in the house. Do you just want to freeload off your sister and I forever?
Freeload? How can you say that, Mom? I pay my share of the bills in this house. I also contribute to the rent. Where do you think I get the money from?
I don't know. There are a lot of things you girls do online these days. Lazy girls like you who refuse to get a real job. Why can't you be more like Maggie?
Here we go again. Why does everything always have to circle back to her?
You should be ashamed of yourself, Stella. You're her big sister, and you should be a good example to her. Good thing she doesn't follow your footsteps and she has a real job.
LOL, you mean the job you gave her?
At least she's making an effort. That's way more than I can say for you. Anyway, make sure you cook before your sister and I get back. Try and be a little useful in the house, okay?
I've already told you I'll be ordering in.
And I said no. Do as you were told, or there will be hell to pay.
Hey sis, what's up?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm okay. I'm in a bit of a bind and I kind of need your help.
What happened this time around? You need some money again?
No, it's not that kind of favor. If you go to my room, on the bed you'll find a blue gown. Can you wash it for me?
Seriously?
I really need to wear it to a work function that will be held tomorrow. A lot of bigwigs will be there and I want to impress them.
When will you and Mom understand that I have a lot on my plate as well? Anyways, no worries, I'll do that for you. I'll chuck it into the washing machine and it'll be dry and ready for you before you return.
About that. You can't use the washing machine. It will ruin the dress. It's made of velvet and it's bad for machine washing.
So, what are you saying?
Hand washing would be okay.
I don't have the time for that, Mag. You knew you had a function, so why didn't you wash it yourself?
There was no time. I'm always busy, you know?
Busy? You spent the whole of last night watching Netflix.
Come on. Just do this for me, will you? It's not like you've got a lot on your hands.
You and Mom just keep doing this. Downplay my work just because it's remote? This has to stop.
That is not what is important, sis. We are talking about my dress here, not you.
You're just being selfish. You're not thinking about my own work, are you? I would have been okay with doing a load because it's quick, but I don't have time to hand wash your dress.
Just do this for me, sis. Thank you.
I'm not doing it, Maggie.
Nah, you'll do it. Thanks again. Stella? How dare you? Stella! Answer me.
What's it? Why all these missed calls from you? Is something wrong?
How can you ask me that after what you did to me?
What are you talking about?
Didn't you hear me knocking on your door a few minutes ago?
I slept late, so I woke up late. What was it that you wanted?
I just got back home and I realized you didn't wash my clothes as I asked.
Why didn't you come home last night?
I spent the night at Lizzie's place. We were making plans for the event. Since we are asking questions, it's my turn to ask. Why didn't you wash the blue gown?
See, I already took Mom's nonsense last night because of dinner. I'm not going to take any from you. I'm not your maid.
Do you know what this is costing me? The event starts at 12. Now I can't attend. I'll never forgive you for this.
How is that my fault? You knew you had something important to attend and you only thought of the clothes the day before the event. Who does that? And you could have come home last night and washed it instead of staying at your friend's.
Of course. Blame me. I trusted you, as my sister, to come through for me, and you failed. How could you betray me like this? And for what? So you can do nothing on your laptop all day?
I am tired of trying to get you to respect me, Maggie. The only person you have to blame for your predicament is yourself.
No, this is your fault. And I won't let this go just like that.
Are you threatening me?
You'll pay for what you did to me.
Seriously? Do your worst, Maggie.
We'll see about that. By the time I'm done with you, you'll see if all those games you play on your laptop all day will come to your rescue.
We'll see.
Stella, how can you be so rude and ungrateful to your sister?
Rude? Ungrateful? What do you mean? What has my younger sister ever done for me to be grateful to her? Besides making my life miserable, of course.
Don't speak that way about her. You have no idea what she goes through each day at work, the stress she endures, and you have the nerve to pile on more stress on her? How dare you?
I see you've already taken her side, not even bothering to know what truly happened.
Oh, I know. You could have helped her out, but because you are a vindictive and malicious girl, you didn't. And now, who knows what benefits she will miss out on as a result?
I told her I wasn't going to do it. That is on her, not me.
You're not even showing remorse for what you did.
That is because I didn't do anything wrong, Mom.
You know what? I'm done with all this. I can't keep on living with a daughter that has no regard for her family. You are to move out of the house before noon tomorrow.
What? You're kicking me out?
Why are you surprised? You should have seen this coming.
Mom, how can you do this to me? Where will I go?
I don't care. Maybe you can consider living in that laptop of yours you never want to let go of.
This is so not fair, Mom.
Neither is what you did to your sister.
She put you up to this, didn't she?
I am actually trying to help you. I am sure when you start living on your own, you will get a real job.
Mom, you really need to rethink this. Mom? Good morning, Mom. How was your night?
What is good about the morning? Have you moved out yet?
I thought you might have changed your mind about it.
Why the hell would I do that?
Mom, I have nowhere to go. You'll be kicking me out onto the streets. Are you forgetting I'm your daughter?
You are really ungrateful. You know that, right? It's now that things are not going in your favor that you remember you're my daughter? Yet, when I ask you to do simple things, you'll refuse.
Mom, I told you I'm always working.
Great! Then you shouldn't have any problem paying your rent.
I can't afford that right now. Can you at least extend the date for me?
Nah, the time you are spending here to beg could have been used to hasten your relocation. Noon is noon, Stella. My decision is final.
Mom, do not do this to me. I have nowhere to go. Please.
You deserve everything that is happening to you. Do you remember that? It was what you said to your poor sister that made her cry. Now you see how the tables have turned, have you not?
I guess there is no changing your mind, then, is there?
Not a chance.
In that case, I'll leave. Just know that I'll never forget this.
That's your business. I just want you out by noon.
Hi, sis. Stella, it's me, your sister.
Maggie? Wow, what a surprise.
It's been so long since we spoke. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, actually. Thank you for asking.
You were supposed to ask me how I am doing after I ask you. That is what courtesy demands.
But I'm not interested in knowing, so why should I ask?
I can see you haven't changed much.
Actually, I've changed a lot since you and Mom kicked me out. I'm sure you know this already, because you're reaching out to me.
Who doesn't? There is no need to brag.
I believe I've earned some bragging rights, don't you? You both thought I was doing nothing, but I developed an app that became a big hit. I'm pretty sure you have the app on your phone. It was bought for $2 billion by a conglomerate. I think I'm allowed to be proud of it.
Yeah, you're a billionaire. We get it. I'm happy for you. Truly.
Aw, thank you.
I have a favor to ask. There's this trip I have to go to for work. Top names in our industry will be there. And if I can make it, it will improve my chances of getting promoted. So, can you give me some money?
Honestly, do you think I'll be foolish enough to give you money? The last time you asked me for a favor, I lost my home and my family. I'm not giving you a penny.
Come on, you're a billionaire. This won't hurt you at all.
You're right, it wouldn't. I could sponsor the trip for everyone in your company, and it wouldn't even make a dent. Still, I won't do it. You hurt me for no good reason. Why would I help?
Come on, sis. Don't be like this.
Made up my mind. Goodbye.
Sis, hold on. Stella.
Hi, Stella, dear. How are you? Yes, it's me. How are you?
I'm peachy. And you?
Things are not going great with us. Your sister Maggie lost her job, and the little I'm making is not enough for the both of us.
Lost her job? When did she lose it?
About 3 months ago.
So she lied to me the last time she chatted me up? Just to get money from me? Wow.
You have to understand, we are almost destitute as it is. You need to step up, as my daughter and Maggie's sister.
Do you not remember what you guys did to me 3 years ago? You kicked me out of my home and sent me out onto the streets. Now you remember I'm your daughter?
Stella, I'm your mother. Don't do this to me. You used to be very generous.
I am still generous. I gave a lot of money to a few charities that care for orphans and widows, but you won't get a penny from me.
Is this about you moving out? I'm sorry, but look on the bright side. It all worked out well for you.
Move out. I was kicked out.
Please, Stella, no amount is too small.
Bye, Mom. Say bye to Maggie for me as well. I don't want anything to do with you guys.
Stella, hold on. Let's think about this. Don't do this. Stella!
Block my mother and sister across all platforms so they wouldn't be able to reach me ever again. I want nothing to do with them, just as they wanted nothing to do with me 3 years ago. They were not there when I needed them the most. You don't need to keep toxic people in your life just because they're family.